Hello, welcome to my video about Damson plums. Here they are. Quite unusual plums in that they grow on the stalks like this. They grow along the stalks, right along here. Quite small, but as they ripen they become quite delicious, but they're not sweet, overly sweet like some plums. I like them. Good mouthful of deliciousness. Yeah, they're turning reddish as the season progresses now. In New Zealand it's early March, so they're fully ripe. I'll just zoom in on them for you. There you go, they sort of look like grapes, but they're not, of course, and I really like them. Back to the Damsons, this tree was so overloaded that this catastrophe happened. The whole left-hand side of the tree split off. The blue colour is a sealing paste that I put on it, and I put a clamp on it to try and hold together the split. Hopefully it will heal. A bit hard to focus on that. Yeah, so I had to prune some off the right hand side as well because the weight was just pulling it over. But if you can imagine this tree, sort of 3 times the size, just absolutely loading with fruit, pulling the branches right down to the ground. We tried to support it with sticks, but in a little storm it just didn't cope and split, which was really annoying. So I'll have to take that clamp off in some time because I'll have to allow it to grow. It seems alive at the moment, so wishing it the best of luck. I'll see you shortly inside where we're going to make Damson gin. And here are my Damsons ready for Damson gin. So just using the fork I'm going to go through and prick them all. Got to do this to let the gin get into the center of the plums. There's no science to this. Some of the recipes I've read say about pricking them once. Well, I'm just using the fork and doing it multiple times. You certainly don't go to the trouble of taking out the pips inside, which are quite large in Damsons. They stay in throughout the pickling process of the gin. Last bit of rubbish off. Maybe if I just leave them in the bottom here, it's a bit quicker. Heard about Damson gin for a long time now, so it's not until we actually got our own Damson tree, which is produced very well, that we can do this. This Damson tree is fruited in its second year. Yeah, second year. Into its third year, I suppose you'd call it. So they're all pricked now. They're all little pricks, one for luck. And straight into the jar where they're going to do their preserving. Preserving, is that the right word for them? I suppose they are preserved while losing their lusciousness into the gin. This jar is 1.5 litres. We're not going to get that. We've got 500 grams of Damsons. We're going to put in 1 cup of sugar, plain sugar. And using Gordon's gin. It's supposed to be that any old cheap gin will do it, but Gordon's is pretty cheap, so that's what we're using. This is a litre bottle, so I'm going to put in about half a litre. About half, maybe a bit more. There we go, that's more than a half. Here we go. Damson's with sugar and gin. I'll put a label on it shortly with the date, because I want to know, which you'll never remember, how long it's been in there. So some people say 4 weeks, others say a couple of months, others say 6 months. Well, you can try it as you go along as well too. So I'm sure I'll be doing that. There you go. Damson gin, soon to be. Okay, it's been 3 months exactly since we put the plums inside the gin. 3 months, 24th of Feb to 24th of May, and it's the whole lockdown period here, so at least the gin's been working. It's looking okay. Let's just have a look at it. Good colour, very nice, clear as a bell, no floating matter. Now I'm going to try it. That's different. I like it. It's quite unlike other fruit liqueurs. I'd say it's probably got about a 18-20% alcohol content. It's got quite a nice sharp taste on the lips and the tongue, but nice, very, very drinkable. I'll have another bit just to make sure. Yeah, it's delicious. As it comes up to your nose, it's quite an odour. I'll try that again. Yeah, I can't put a name to it, but it's very distinctive. Very nice. And this crystal glass looks fabulous, doesn't it? Look at that. One more taste. Yeah, this is something you could share with friends very happily. It's delicious and looks $1 million too. So it's a full thumbs up to Damson gin. Like that. I'll have to filter it after this and get the Damsons out. Give them a little squeeze at the end of it. And yeah. Apparently you can eat the Damsons after this with ice cream or something. That's a full-on yum. Yeah, so Damson gin. Good stuff.